Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel, and I made it in time. Ha! Barely, but I did. So,
say hey, welcome each other on.
How is everybody doing
today? This is your first time ever at a Kabam.
And you are right. The best way to start the stream.
You shut your dirty mouth. It is one of my favorite things to see is where our community reaches.
There you go.
So welcome.
Khun while this, hi
everybody. We've got someone
the
from
Golden
Jamaica,
Gun
Region
Gaming. What's up,
Centaur.
Captain Joseph?
Zachary's in Atlantis, which I also
Black
appreciate.
Man, the
quite
Jiggly.
honestly. Welcome on in.
Is the volume level fine?
Again, just fantastic to have the community here. We were just.
He looked like he just got home from doing Batman things.
Like
pretty much. I was doing all sorts of things
Maybe
today.
it's the result of the
and
days
yesterday.
of giveaways where we streamed for 9 straight days, work days in December.
Just
that made it feel like we got into a
at
great
a busy
rhythm of things. But
time.
now it feels like it's been
Hang
a
on, please.
lifetime.
Okay.
So thank you again for.
There you go.
Thank you.
Volume's good. Perfect. Justice for Blob. I know, right?
Ground rules. There is only one. And it's very, very simple. You should all be able to do it by default. The one and only rule is don't be a jerk. Thank you, Deadpools. This is a
bit
game.
volume on Kabam
It's meant
stream.
to be
Okay, fine.
You all are here because you like stuff and also probably free stuff. So thank you for being
They
here.
got a bit of
Let's not get
volume.
in the way of other people trying to enjoy their time here as well. This is a positive space, the
There
most
you go.
positive way that we interact with you, lovely summoners. So please,
But here we
keep
are.
it relaxed, keep it
I
positive,
am here.
keep it upbeat,
They are
don't
here.
spam the
You are
chat.
here.
Don't
We
be a
got
jerk. The only rule.
everything we
Now, if
need
you
to make
choose to
this
break the one
viewing
and only rule,
experience
the golden
as
rule, you could say, we have
great,
mods watching.
as tolerable,
Shout out
as
to our mods, doing a
entertaining
great job keeping the chat
as I
flowing,
can
keeping
for you.
everyone safe and happy. We will also, at multiple times throughout the show, try to bring in some question and answers from the community, from you guys watching right now. So if you have any questions, please tag at Kabam. Throw your questions in there, and we'll try and get them answered. I would recommend that they be topical, not just anything. We're going to be
Whose
talking
volume,
to
mine or
people about
theirs?
some very
When you
specific
say things like that,
if
you need
keep
to be
those on brand,
specific.
we would love to answer those questions. Thank you again to our mods. What do we have going on
Callum?
today?
Welcome.
Great show, you guys. We're going to be diving into everything coming to the contest in February, which is more than you might think. Of course, our event quest, our side quests, Ironheart and Dust are here, which is super exciting. We're going to dive into
Indeed, John.
Lunar New Year celebration.
Are you
content
having
that's
some
coming.
drinks
We're
afterwards?
gonna talk a little bit
Oh,
about Summer's
yeah, dry
Choice
January
as
is over
the
for you.
final round of voting happens this
I know.
weekend.
Now I can
We're
get
gonna
John
talk a little
drunk
bit
and
about Deathless King
get
Groot.
him
That's
to
just
become
February's
Diesel
content.
Daddy
And then we
daily.
will also be sitting down
You're
with
going to be
Tyler,
making
our
up some
senior
drinks, aren't you,
creative
man?
Writer. Did I get it? Nailed it. To discuss the first half of the year's narrative roadmap, give you guys an idea of what's coming story-wise, and give you an opportunity to try to guess who
I'm
the
actually
new
still a
champs
bit
might be
cold. I
coming
just got
this
back
year,
home.
with some hints and some subtle, references, etc. It's going to be a lot of fun. But that's not all, because we also have Kevin here. Again, Kevin would have joined us to talk about Necropolis a little while ago. And he's back with more chaotic Endgame.
If you do want to become Diesel Daddy, by the way,
lay out the plans for the whole year. It's very cool.
that is the best link to click on.
Of course, we will be doing our giveaway to wrap up the stream. If this is your first time here and you've never been in one of these, you've never entered one of the giveaways,
it's 7
don't worry,
p.m.
we'll give
here.
you all of the details that you need at the end of the stream. It is very, very easy for you. Don't stress about it. You will need to stick around till the end of the stream. All you need to know right now is make sure that you have a Twitch account.
Call what?
It does not need to be linked to your Kabam account in any way. It'll take you less than a minute to throw that all together. And then we'll give you the details again at the end of the show. We are giving away 1 7-star Dust, 1 7-star Ironheart, and 2 6-stars of both. Again, we're going to be giving out 2 total 7 stars and 4 6 stars. So stick around to the end of the show for that. We are looking forward to it. I always like giving away stuff. It's kind of fun.
Well, thank you very much, favorite Callum. You are indeed.
All right, gang. Thank you all for being here once more. Let's dive into some excellence here.
Let's get you
out. We're going to talk about our event quest to kick off the show here. Our event quest this month is called Forbidden Fruits Let's get this page bigger for me. Strange vending machines are appearing all over the battle realm and claim to be offering
I hope the side quest isn't
However,
grindy
the
again.
mutant known as Dust, along with our Ironheart suit creator, Riri Williams, have doubts about these free lunches.
Are you guys hyped for Ironheart and Dust?
The suspicious contents fall under a blissful mood and attempt to convince others to follow the new diet trend. Band together and explore where the vending machines came from and who is behind this mission of conquest through nourishment. Maybe the most wholesome of all conquests.
Incursion side quest, yes.
You could draw that conclusion yourself.
Thank you, Austin.
So that is your event quest. Always exciting.
Forbidden fruit, that's it.
But that's
You fucking donkey!
Have our side quest for the month. Shout out to Rob, really up in the stream here with the new graphics and stuff. It's fancy. We got Rob and Fenton working in the booth today. Thank you guys for bringing the show together.
I must say, I kind of like Ironheart's model,
this
though.
month is called Listen to Your
I do.
Ironheart, and it's rips,
very cool.
everyone.
I think it's much better than the MCU one.
Love can be tough, so some people need a suit of
Yeah.
armor around their tender hearts. Luckily, Ironheart is on the scene
Can I
and
raise
is
Twitch a
looking
bit?
to help
Yeah.
out some lovelorn champions by building their own special romance-seeking suits. Gather materials for these suits in Shattered Ironheart Rifts by cracking their code with heart-coded
I
keys
have done
and
so,
help these couples
Transparent.
to inflict. Sorry, to
I'm getting mid-vibe.
these
I actually
couples
think,
in conflict discover the love that was
they
there
might be decent.
all along. So that is Listen to Your Ironhearts and its riffs. So a little bit controversial, but we've done a number of things to make these more excellent. So you are going
Bobby.
to collect keys
And how the band's got
for
kids, so
entries.
don't catch
Those
up with
entries
you.
are
Alright,
gonna put you on
man.
a random
Yeah, I'll
path.
make some
You
video
can
of this for
collect
sure.
up to, I believe,
Maybe it's Sunday?
32 keys.
Thanks, man. No, Saturday,
but you
still.
will also be getting 4
Tomorrow,
keys
Saturday.
that give you a choice of increasing agency, let's say. So by the time you get that last special key,
Are they gonna tell us what
you
they're
can
in for?
select
Who
the
knows?
most
We'll see.
valuable path, but that's not
No,
all, because
Blobgate
we
has
also
not
have
been
reward
addressed.
selectors. So instead of landing on just a path and getting stuck with whatever's at the end of it, you actually get to choose.
We can actually,
from one
no,
of
actually, yeah,
a
Callum's
number
here
of
quite a lot.
options. So
We can make that happen, probably.
all of that information
Maybe.
and more will be posted in the forums
Maybe.
in about 50 minutes.
Probably
I prepped
can
that
make that
post
happen.
yesterday. It's ready to go. All of the details are there, but we've
We'll
made
talk
some
about it next time you pop by.
changes. It should
You
be
got
very
the
cool.
bonds this time.
And the map is shaped like a heart with an arrow through it.
Mid-gator?
All right,
Oh.
let's dive into our champs coming this month because we got some cool ones, you guys. We got Ironheart and Dust coming to the contest. I think, and I've heard consensus from this room as well, that Ironheart is one of the coolest designs that Ironheart, the character, has seen in our game. So I'm very excited to show
I
it off.
kind of agree with that. I
Before we
never
dive into some of the
particularly
details,
liked
we're gonna throw
Ironheart
things
as a
over to
character
clip
in
from
general,
our deep
but
dive that is going to go live on our
MCOC,
official Marvel Contest of Champions
Ironheart
YouTube
did look
page
quite cool.
tomorrow. We're going to hand things over to Karate Mike right
Yeah.
now to tell
Whom
you
you
about
voted?
the
I
most
voted for
ideal
Blob.
rotation on how to play Ironheart.
Ooh.
To begin, strike the opponent to build up your repulsors and armor ups. Use the dexterity mastery to stack on 2 additional repulsors, and once you reach 5, you can parry the opponent's non-contact attacks. From here, build to just under your special 2, and launch your special 1 to pause your debuffs and inflict a vulnerability passive. Then, rush back up to your special 2 before the vulnerability expires and watch the big yellow numbers fly across the screen. Now, in a shorter fight, you could focus on your medium attacks to
seem
stack
half bad,
up
to be
as
honest.
many repulsors as possible. And
But
keep
why
in
does
mind,
she have
your
Raptors? I
heavy
do not know.
invalidates prowess off of the opponent.
She's literally doing
if
energy shit.
necessary,
Raptor is
use that to
physical.
your advantage as you rush to special 2 and finish up quick. And hey, if you need some extra juice, just keep launching that special 1 so you hit the cap on those repulsor debuffs, and then unleash a
She can
wicked
switch, she
special
also
2
has
that can
Incinerate.
obliterate the opponent right before your eyes.
So that is your first official look at Ironheart's kit.
Looks
It
quite
looks
good.
awesome. It looks very, very cool. Animation-wise, I don't miss. And
It
there's a
genuinely
reason we
did look
keep
quite
saying
good.
that. We followed up.
Of
with
course
the
she's gonna be an
Legend
Onslaught
Jiu-Jitsu
counter. We
Mike
all
to
knew
say,
that.
Hey, what makes this champ so
We
unique?
all knew that.
He had this to say. As always, so many things. At first glance, she may just seem like another Iron Suit, but she is just so much more. She has lots of utility in her kit to counter a bunch of pesky mutants.
He might join at some point,
When
yes,
she
MK.
inflicts
Who
tracking,
knows about
she
love?
can't miss, can parry non-contact attacks, and reduces the opponent's offensive ability accuracy by 100%. 150% against mutants. We also asked, what do they counter? Where is Ironheart going to provide a key? Unlock some difficulty... words. Wow, Jax, I'm so glad you asked, says Karate Mike. She kind of feels like a tech scorpion in a way. She has the selectable debuffs on the pre-fight screen and can swap between Incinerate and Rupture. She has a few relevant immunities, can invalidate prowess, and has very respectable damage. She's a pretty solid onslaught counter as well, which I saw a number of people point out in the chat as soon as it came up. The only thing holding her back there is the fact that she's metal, so cannot remove the Neuroshock. And where do we see them thriving in the contest? She's a pretty supercharged attacker. Karate Mike seems to think that she will be doing well wherever you need some reliable offense. She can take down small health pools very efficiently for battlegrounds and wars, and can also ramp to the moon for longer fights as well. I don't think she'll be moving the needle much on defense, but her special animations do go kind of crazy, so that might take a bit to get used to at first. Always tricky adapting to new defenders just because of those attack patterns.
Power Rangers vibe. Okay,
and
fair
that's
enough.
everything about Ironheart. Again,
enough.
check out our official Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube page. On Saturday, we will be posting the Ironheart deep dive for all of the nitty-gritty details. Thank you again to Karate Mike. We're going to keep it going. Because we're going to dive right into
okay. No, I actually quite like her. She looks quite cool.
For a quick peek at an ideal rotation for Dust. Take it away.
It did look quite cool.
To begin, strike the opponent to start building your sand. You'll inflict debuffs with your medium attacks and purify them into passives with your light attacks. Depending on the opponent before you, mix up your combos to stack up as much sand as you need. You'll inflict extra sand when you make the opponent glance and when you counter their special or heavy attacks. So, keep this rolling as you build towards your special 3. Then, when you're ready to strike, use your heavy to spin up a sandstorm and convert your sand to prowess. Use your special 2 to inflict physical vulnerability, then purify them for some extra potency. And if they aren't already knocked out, take advantage of your power efficiency passives to close out the fight as needed. Now, if you're up against an opponent who naturally purifies lots of debuffs, stack on as many as you can, and watch those sand passives hit the cap in no time at all. And hey, if you need some extra juice, you could use your special 3 to spin up a longer sandstorm without consuming power. Then, keep on launching those specials, and enjoy the big yellow numbers until the sandstorm comes. Just make sure you watch the opponent's power.
Okay.
And that's your first
Not
look
too
at Dust,
sure on this
another
one.
very cool looking champion, and I saw a lot of people sounding off in chat. Thank you guys, summoners. They
definitely cooler than Simon,
yeah. Seem to appreciate the design, and I think we've had a lot of conversations internally about how excited we are about this one. So get excited for Dust. Again, we followed up with Karate Mike and said, what makes this champion?
And I agree.
What makes
I like
Dust
this Ironheart design better
and
than the movie.
Sandstorms, Jax. Sandstorms. How many other champions spin up a sandstorm? Don't say Sandman, that's cheating. What do they counter, Mike? What are they going to provide a key and answer for? On top of the typical crazy special attack damage she gains from her prowess effects, she also has triple immunity to bleed, poison, and shock, and glances attacks when she parries. Also, when she activates her sandstorm, she gains a grip passive, ignoring the unstoppable effects from many pesky skill defenders. Very cool. We love a new mutant. A lot of my roster is mutants. I love that Apox synergy. Bring them all in there, do all the fun stuff. So go mutants.
Yes.
Where do we see these
Sandman
guys
does not have sand
debuff,
but Dust has.
Dust most. Karate Mike said this: I think she's going to be a very reliable skill destroyer in battlegrounds and war, especially against champions who purify tons of debuffs naturally. She's going to ramp extremely quickly and fire off gigantic special attacks back to back.
She does not. That was not slowed, but she bypassed
defense. The unavoidable damage while Sandstorm is active is going to make you really want to avoid fighting her with a bunch of skilled champions.
Yeah, we're gonna start hashtag Sandgate.
Again,
Hey, what's up, Mama Bear?
Welcome. I'm
Always a pleasure to
excited.
see you.
I hope you're excited as well. Go check out Dust's Deep Dive on the YouTube channel on Sunday this weekend.
Yeah, Dust
Get all
Sunday.
the information you need. And again, shout out to Karate Mike. Thank you very much for all of the info. Go check out Karate Mike 415 on YouTube to learn more about the
Happy
contest.
Friday. Here, I'll give you a
Pearl
Friday
muscles.
handshake.
I said February was going to be a busy month. Now, of course, we have Lunar New Year, and that means more stuff.
Well,
so we
look
have
who
Lunar
decided to
New
show.
Year incursions as well. So a kind of a juiced up incursions cycle we've got going here with narrative. It's the year of the dragon, and some of the dragon's power and good fortune have been injected into incursions. The dragon's power has been relinquished into theme zones where we are showcasing February's new spotlight champions as bosses. Dust and Ironheart enter the contest, as well as new customized and thematic pool of their friends and foes. You will find Lunar New Year incursions crystals awaiting your clutches. Happy New Year!
Looking forward to the Love
team
Vibe.
to you.
You're gonna have to look for a while, John.
Fun crystals, Lunar New Year.
We don't know yet
There
about
is
that.
also a Lunar New Year quest. There are additional crystals there, including red envelope crystals, some gold, lots of good stuff. And we were talking about it with the content creator program yesterday, that there is a there's a low percentage chance, but like really big payoff numbers in there. Some like really bonkers numbers. So get excited for that. There is also a solo event. So lots of good stuff coming to the contest this month, which is great because we noted that there was a little bit of a lull in January. That's natural. We have the holiday season, so therefore January comes down and chills out a little bit. It's actually very nice. But when you guys get restless, boy, do you find things to be upset about. So we're giving you a bunch of stuff. Go and play it. Have some fun.
No,
it's going to be a good
I
time.
want a bunch of stuff.
All right, that's not the
No,
only
they
thing
didn't say anything about
happening, 'cause
Herrick.
We do have the Summoner's Choice
That is
finale
not
happening
true.
right now. It'll start
My long lost
in-game at 10
Canadian
o'clock. Is that
cousin.
right?
No, still not.
All right, it should be starting in-game soon. It is the last round. So we have the two finalists. We announced them earlier this week. You've got Shathra and Black Tarantula. Tarantula. Tarantula? What do you guys say?
Tarantula.
You say the extra A in the middle?
Tarantula.
All right, Tarantula, everybody, get in there. It's a Toronto thing, you're right. Toronto. Sorry, that's a Canada thing, everyone. Don't worry about that. Get in there and vote for your favorite, Shathra or Black Tarantula. So you can pick whoever you want between Shathra and Black Tarantula. So go and vote. We will actually be having a special
I will boycott the
live
vote.
stream
We
next
want
Friday.
blob.
To reveal the winner, as we did last year. Aiden will be here. Salgwa is going to come back. We're going to chat about the Summoner's Choice campaign in general, give you a little bit more details about, we'll just talk in general about kind of the theory crafting, and the preliminary planning that goes into these two champions, and then reveal the winner. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we
Wanker!
Wanker!
I know. Wanker! Yes, I know, yes.
Wanker!
You're a wanker!
Later today,
And there's a Latvian
we're
say
going to be posting
tarantula?
info about their
Tarantulas.
blurbs about their proposed kits on Twitter. The artist formerly known as Twitter. So go check that out. Use it to inform your votes if you so choose, or just pick the coolest one. And that is your reminder to get into Summoner's Choice. Now, I was told I had to bring down this rant just a little bit, but just want to address people saying that it's rigged. It's not. Okay? Because here's the thing. Why would we rig something to who we're going to add into the game when we rig every other one? You know what I mean? We rig it because we just pick. So I don't think that we would rig it because that doesn't make any sense. And if we were rigging it, why is Spider-Punk not the winner? No.
I'm by done.
We gave you guys agency, and you picked yourself. And just because a group is loudest does not mean they represent the majority. But I'm very excited to see how these finals go. And also a good point made by Tyler off
Hey, what's up, JJ? Welcome. You missed anything?
I think everyone in this
Quick
room
look
would
at
agree to that. Ruby Thursday,
Dust
everybody,
and
thumbs, nods.
Ironheart.
Everyone would have picked Ruby Thursday. So not rigged. Get in there and vote. Democracy reigns. Okay, and we have
Rigged
one last
100%. I know,
reminder
right?
here for February
This
on
election
the
was
15th.
stolen.
you guys are going to have your opportunity at your shot at the next piece of Deathless King Groot. Rob, yeah, perfect. Rob's on and he doesn't.
Okay, so King Groot is coming.
Look at this beefy boy. Look how cool he looks. So get in there and chase your next piece. It'll be available via an in-game challenge. So check your in-game messages for more information. I wanted to bring in a quote from our newish.
He's not my brother,
social
okay?
media manager. Who shared that he showed off Deathless King Groot to his son, who I believe is 4 years old, and he had this to say: "Daddy, out of all of the bad guys, I hope evil Groot gets sick or dies or something. He looks very bad." So, new villain coming to the contest.
Would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious if he called it me out by then. That would be hilarious.
Oh man, children are great. Cool. Summoners, how you guys doing? Who are you voting for between Shathra and Black Tarantula?
We're voting for Blob.
All right. Let's dive in. I see a lot of votes on both sides.
Oh, shut it,
You see my
Shiva.
Shathra, Kevin? Is it confirmation bias? Is that just what you want to see? Maybe. I would love to see Shathra in person.
Making the correct choice.
Which is?
Black tarantula.
Oh. We can have a debate later, I suppose. All right, let's move right along here, everybody. We're going to bring back one of our senior creative writers who's joined us numerous times in the past. Please welcome back Tyler.
Hello,
Welcome.
I am back.
How are you?
Honestly, just
Yes.
for the stream, this is very important because what we're about to do is share some level of like secrets and upcoming stuff. And I want to be clear on this. Camera 2, I want to be very clear on this. I had minor invasive dental surgery yesterday, and I am on a surprising amount of medically prescribed painkillers. So my job right now is to keep secrets while also really not even having the skill to do that. So it's going to be a fun stream, everybody. We're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna have a
some
good
luck.
Of course, we will be diving into the first.
By the way,
half
guys,
of
if you
the
say
year's
something
narrative
really funny,
roadmap.
I'm gonna
We're
put you up
take
on
a
the
look at
big
things.
screen.
We're going to be very broad. We've done this in a number of
It
different
is over
fashions.
with.
We've
Oh,
done some
shut up.
edited video. You guys might remember Max. Fantastic in those videos. I remember meeting Max for the first time and bringing him in for an Inside the Contest and being like, cool, so how are you feeling? Like, do you need...
9.4? Probably not. Most likely not.
And I was like, okay. And then he just went in and like one take and crushed it. Anyhow, that's Max. We're going to be going through this. We did this last June or July.
Yeah, we
You
keep
sat
it as
down
more of a
with us.
casual chat this way.
We kind of just go a little bantery, but we also revealed like a number of comic panels and comic covers and things like that. And people were too good.
No, I want our fan base, the ability to like corkboard red string this stuff.
Yeah.
We got some real Charlie Days out there
Yeah.
that are just putting together some pieces, figuring some stuff out. So
All
you
ginger
can
stuff.
piece
Shut- I'm
together
not
whatever
ginger.
secrets you think you're getting.
No,
try to make
I'm
some
not
stuff.
related.
This year we kind of are trying to throw some curveballs, let there be some surprises. We want you to guess. We want you to get stuff right and feel good about it. But we also want to have surprises. We want to unwrap the gift. We don't want to just show you what's under the tree with no paper on
Seems
it.
getting
Absolutely.
savage.
So
You
we are going
wanker.
to give
Well, if
you
you
a
were a
little bit
man,
of
I'd
narrative
punch you. I'd
information
punch you
for
right
each
in
of
the
months
mouth.
between
That's
now
bush.
and July. I know
Bush
that's not
league.
half the year. That's +1, but we didn't do January.
No, I'm not
prior to
Kabam
January,
Mole.
And I just covered
Stop
February.
it,
so
Mama
we're gonna
Bear.
do one bonus one. We're going to give you vague overlines. We're going to give you a little bit of information, including the classes of champions from each month. Now, you guys may have already seen this hexagons. This is called the Battle Realm roster. And this is showcasing all of the champion classes that are coming to the contest this year. So you can already see the allotment
Well, you're
of the
all
classes. Now
I'm
we're
not
going
doing
to
that.
give you specific classes in specific months and hit some of the narrative beats. Use this for your theory crafting. And again, we pay attention constantly. It's one of my favorite things to see the community engage with. It's very cool. And some of you guys get it so right so far in advance. So I'm very, very excited to see what you guys
every
come
white
up
guy
with.
with a
I love
beard
to
is
see the
rolling.
threads pop off in the forums. I love to see the social media chatter of everyone coming together to theorize and share. And it's
No,
very,
it
very
does
fun for
not,
me. It's the same
Raven.
way that I love seeing the Necropolis launch because everyone came together to strategize and help each other out and push through those things. So I'll say this before we dive in.
Yes.
If you guys are here for the first time and you're looking for the giveaway, we are giving away a 7-star Dust and Ironheart at the end of the stream and 2 6-stars of both. both. That will happen at the end of the stream. We'll give you those details then. All you need for now is to make sure that you have a Twitch account. Should take you 1 minute max to make one. Be here on twitch.tv/Kabam because that's the only place that this is taking place.
Pick a fun,
Mystique's probably coming.
username.
Like 90%.
Readable? That's priority 2. Priority 1, appropriate. Because if you win and you have an inappropriate name, you don't win. All right, Tyler. We have a slideshow.
Yeah, it's what we thought we'd do this one. So we write very far in advance. We have the titles of all of the things ready and stuff like that, but some of the titles give away a bit too much. So I've just done us the favor of blanking out some of the nouns.
Yes.
So it's a little more difficult. Still keep the game going. I want you guessing. I want you having fun. So we'll see some examples of that for stories we already know the titles of, and then we'll move forward from there.
Me, Kabam, Mole.
So this is the narrative roadmap for 2024.
Any idea how fucking deluded you sound?
Now, some of the names and places have been changed to protect the innocent, as Tyler said, and we'll give you the full explanation as to why partway through this. So, of course, January, and this is an example that'll help you guys out. Make it blank. We removed nouns. Make it there was the name. Can you remind everybody who definitely played through all of this story last month?
Yeah, as you should have. So in January, we saw the introduction of some fave champs there, White Tiger and Bullseye. With the world tree being planted in the story the other year, it's making some parts of the battle realm regrow, which is exciting. Now, originally, we only had Hell's Kitchen. We used a little bit of New York. Hell's Kitchen was there. Daredevil's protecting it. World
I'm
tree
making
comes back,
notes of this
Manhattan.
now.
There's a brand new, empty, unpopulated Manhattan. So there's a land grab. There's some territory work.
I know what I
going on
did.
here. We have Bullseye coming in. He's working on behalf of some shady associates.
Bullseye doing
White
shooting.
Tiger
Shooting's
and Luke
amazing.
Cage and Daredevil try to come in there and help some stuff out. Really fun, exciting story that you all read through. You super enjoyed. You always read the story. You never hit skip. You don't care about how long it takes. You absorb this knowledge.
I don't even know why we put that button in the game because ain't nobody doing it. All right, so February rolled around. Forbidden Blank, of course, Forbidden Fruit. I read it, but I did, honestly, it wasn't my best work. So why don't you break it down in Tyler words?
Fair enough. Okay, so
When does Battle again? When I get it? I think it's about 5 weeks out.
They're teaming up. Now, these champions were also on the team, the champions. We got some champions.
Champion champs.
We got some champs coming out here champing it.
Until they do a giveaway, probably another 30, 40
and so
minutes.
it starts as like, this small little mystery. There's some free food being given out. Never trust a free thing, particularly one that they're telling you to eat.
Nothing's very free, you know?
So there's some mystery behind it, and this is going to expand up to a really big, cool villain fight by the end of this that's going to put these two together, make them have to fight maybe one another, maybe Summoner. We'll see what's going on.
Fighting.
Skip button every
I'm
time.
just
Exactly.
surprised
Skip
people at
button
the
saving
end of most of
lives.
these chapters, you have to fight.
My favorite, and I know that you write these. You write
just
the blurbs
bad.
that I read pretty much every month.
This is just
It's
bad.
my favorite when it's like, are they going to do it, or does it fall into peril and end forever? And I was like, I know which one. All right, so then we roll into March. Now, this is the first kind of sneaky peeky, behind-the-scenes-y things that you guys will not have seen so far, Summoner. So pay attention here.
Exactly,
Because
Mama.
this is the blank and the blank. And now this is really the reason that we removed nouns.
Yeah. This story in particular is the reason why we couldn't just tell you the titles of it. This one is such a giveaway.
Yeah.
When you get to it, when you get to March, you'll be like, oh, yeah, no, if you told us that, you would have just told us that.
That would have been it.
This is the blank and the blank. It's a very fun adventure coming up with this one. So now we can start talking about the different classes coming in. This month we have a Cosmic and a Mystic champ.
Okay, write it down.
And they're going to be dealing with some World Tree stuff. So the World Tree, while also helping out, bring us
Cosmic
the
plus
Battle
Mystic.
Realm, Asgardian magic, super powerful. So you're going to have, this is attracting Asgardian, like moths to a flame. You're going to be attracting some Asgardians.
Okay, Cosmic
that
and
want to claim
Mystic
that power for their own.
in March.
Little tiny spoiler, little bit of thing I'm just going to say on this. Some fun Squirrel Girl action on this one. 'Cause
Okay,
you
good.
got a big tree. You got a big tree, you're going to have to bring Squirrel Girl in there. The unbeatable
Red
Squirrel
Bill
Girl is going to
probably,
show up
yeah.
on
There
this
we
one.
go. I want to shout out some people. I didn't anticipate this in the tech rehearsal yesterday. People are guessing. So the Brave and the Bold, the Sword and the Shield, the First and the Furious, the Fox and the Hound. Thank you, everybody, for those.
Look at all of
Dawlish,
these.
Shane,
Red
Loveless,
Bill and
Shiro,
Lily.
and Everlasting Inferno.
This is what I wanted.
Good
This is what I
guess.
wanted. This is
Enchantress and Red
100% what I like here.
These are good. All right, so we ready to move on to April? Best month?
I am so ready.
Best month.
And you know why it's the best month?
Tell me why.
It's because everybody, this is important. And someone you forgot last year.
Don't forget this time.
It's Jax's birthday month.
Dang right.
You got to celebrate the whole month.
Dang right.
And then you're gonna change
the blank. Light bulb.
Yeah.
Change the world.
Change the mind.
Change the $5 bill.
change the blank.
There we go.
I'm on pills.
Go. And go.
So this month we're gonna have us a
Change the words.
science champion and a
Damn,
tech
Mama
champion.
better be
Pretty
roasting.
sure. Thumbs up around the board. Science and tech champion. This is an interesting month. We've never had two champions with this similar of a name before show up in the same month. So that's something for you to play with. That's
There you
interesting.
go.
We're going to be dealing with some multiversal it's madness, we'll say. So for the Battle Realm, for those of you who aren't familiar, you read the story every month. It's in your pocket. It's your favorite. But for the Battle Realm,
Change the-
lots of ways into
Okay,
this
aye.
multiverse, not so many
Damn,
ways out.
mama.
So people come by accident, by invitation, by choice, by other random thing.
Damn.
This month we have a couple people invited to the thing, and then they realize maybe this isn't the party they want to attend. So that's going to be interesting for the little dynamic there of how that plays out. But really exciting month.
that's-
Two champions, similar name. Work with that.
I'm reading through. You guys are very funny. Sorry, I was very distracted, Tyler. You guys are very funny. Please continue to fill in the blank. This is very enjoyable for me, and I'm just sitting here giggling to myself.
Aye.
Okay. April. What comes next? Obviously, say with me, May. Everyone should have gotten that right.
It's gonna be May.
It is gonna be May. It may be May. Okay. May is. Let's get ahead of this quick. The blank job just.
It's the train job.
It's the train job.
train
We're not
job.
even gonna let it.
It's the
We're
train
not even
job.
gonna let it roll for a second.
Yeah.
It's the train job.
You don't need
we
to guess
just
on this
had
one.
to remove
The blank job.
the-
Great
the
job.
name
Great job.
is also technically a noun, but we just had to. Don't worry.
The hand
It is
job.
train.
Job.
Train. Don't say
so-
job anymore. We're not. It's a new banned word on
The
set.
train heist is actually what it is.
There we go.
So this is a heist month. We've got a mutant and a skill champion coming on. There's a very strange object on a moving train going through the Battle Realm. And of course, there's going to be a heist. You can't move high-value products through here without expecting someone to get in them.
Yeah.
So we're bringing in some Mercs for money on this one.
Ooh.
So look forward to that. We're going to have some Mercs for money action. And there's you get a heist going, you let enough people know there's going to be some rival action on this. One of my favorite parts of any Marvel story is genre types.
Yeah.
Some of the best Marvel movies, in my opinion, kind of have an extra genre. First, Ant-Man, heist movie.
Yeah.
Captain America, Winter Soldier, spy movie.
Yeah.
The last Avengers movie, big movie. That's the
Big?
theme was just big.
Big was name. Yep.
I love that. And some buddy cop action when you get Winter Soldier and Falcon together is good
I
times.
did like buddy cop vibes. So I really like that one.
We're trying to
That
do a little
comic
bit of
book guy?
genre piece
Yeah,
on this,
that's
have a
basically
fun
the
heist
storyteller.
on it. So it's going to be entertaining on that front. I think we're going to have a good time with it. It's a fun, silly. It's already written. It's already translated. I'm really looking forward to y'all reading it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Also, we definitely brought it on ourselves on this one. But thank you, Mike, for sitting off camera and muting and disallowing terms. I know that was us.
Yeah.
That was only my
That
fault.
was a decision we
The
made.
blob job.
And I
Trust.
apologize to you personally.
The blob election.
It's train.
People are still guessing.
It's
You're
train
still
job.
guessing. The answer, we'll give it to you, train. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god. How you guys looked up the term
All right, let's
train
move on. June
in those circles?
is
That's
here.
the worst
All
one.
fun in blank.
All
All
fun
fun in love and war.
Yeah, no, I put all of that in. As
All
last
fun
thing.
and love and war.
You got it in one. I don't even know why I put the blank.
All
there.
fun and blob?
This one you can guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Lay it on us. What do the people need to know about June?
All fun and
So
blob.
this month we've got a mutant champion.
We love the
showing
blob
up.
job. Of course we
I'm
love
gonna-
the blob job.
I'm gonna tip the hat here a little bit on it.
Okay.
Alpha Flight.
Okay.
We're gonna have a member of Alpha Flight show up in June here. They're gonna go up against a tech villain. Genuinely one of my favorite villains. I have an action figure of them on my shelf. They're good times. Think about it. It's fine. You know who it is.
So which Marvel villain
Has an action
has an
figure.
action figure? That's
Yeah.
a giveaway.
There's a little
If you
bit.
guys think about it.
So this one we're revisiting. So we started this story in January, which you've already read with the Ironheart Bulls. Not Ironheart.
How fun and great depression of
everybody? I hope
1920.
Monday's great. Is it Friday? Listen. I hope you're having a great day. Regardless, we had White Tiger come in with
Yeah, he's
Bullseye on the
changing
story in
hats.
January. New Manhattan. We're going to continue seeing what's happening in the New Manhattan with the land grab, what the city's turned into. Has it turned into some sort of deadly contest that people are being run through? Perhaps.
Yeah.
We can find out.
Deadly contest
Of champions. But what we do know for a fact is that an Alpha Flight mutant and a tech villain are going to be battling out on this one. Really fun story. And again, this
Alt
one,
like
you
mutant,
don't like when I
yeah.
put references in it. I see it. I do it on purpose. I check Reddit day one, and you always post it up. I also check our forums more importantly, which is where you should be posting stuff, and it's more fun and we can control it.
Post fun stuff in the
Oh,
forums,
if you could
guys.
post fun
Please?
stuff, could you imagine a world?
Please.
But just keep doing that. It's good times over there, and I love putting little references.
What are they giving away today?
Reference packed.
The
to
dust
the
and
gills.
Iron Heart.
So.
We saw it already. We only the post for February's content will be live in about 30 minutes, a little bit less. We sent it just to the content creators yesterday, and immediately they were like, "I love this reference and this reference and this reference." That's what creativity is, really. It's just referencing
Puck is
stuff
the
you
short
already
guy,
like.
right?
Now that is 6 months.
But we decided to throw in a freebie.
Yeah, let's give you July. Why not?
Why
Well, we're
not?
here.
It's going to be hot in July. So we've got Stern Blank Prevail. Stern Muscles Prevail.
You're so good at this guessing.
I'm really
I don't
good
even know
at
why we put
games,
the blanks.
you guys.
It's like you're good at games.
I'm really good at
It's
games.
good times for everyone. So this one, we've got a science champ and a skill
We don't
champ
know, Austin.
Yeah.
coming up. There's going to be a bit of a prison break.
Yes, John.
And I'm very happy to
kept
say that
changing
an
his hat.
MCOC original character is going to come help. We're going to see Chels.
Ooh,
Coming back into this
love
one.
giving a little extra spotlight.
Right? I love some Chels stuff on this. If you know Chels, like kind of skills and powers and whatnot, huge hint for the month.
Yeah.
It's really like, so that's what I say, the more you know about us, the more you know about you,
Yeah.
the more you know about you knowing about us.
Yeah, you guys know stuff. We
got
know you
stuff.
guys are smart. I say it all the time. You
yeah.
guys are smart.
So this one's going to be a really fun, interesting prison break kind of thing going back and forth with Chels trying to get into that action and figure out, like, listen, who's so bad in the contest that we have to lock them away in a place that's already locked away from the multiverse? So we're going to have some...
Kabam Mike.
Kabam Mike is true. We should put Kabam Mike in the raft.
Too
We're going to
strong.
be dealing with
Too
some raft stuff on
strong.
this. You just can't handle it. It can't be done. So we're going to have this coming out on July, Prison Break, Science, Skill, Chels, good times.
I got distracted again because we got a lot of good guesses here. This is fun. You guys, this is fun. This is theory crafting. This is
what I wanted.
This is puzzling.
I still want that red string action. We had a chat about this, like how much do we show, how much
Ain't
do we
gonna
not
be a
show.
mess,
We
brother.
actually, from rehearsal yesterday to today, we added more hints. Yesterday
Yeah.
was pretty dry for hints. And I know you might be in the corner right now.
How many
Hello.
hats
In the
does he
corner.
have?
What's going on? Watch this. Thank you for watching.
Clearly
And say, like, no,
enough
not
for
yet.
us to tell
There's
that he's
enough.
overpaid.
You can figure
However.
it out. You
You
can
guys
make
are
some
smart.
theories.
You guys are smart. And I've said this before, our game requires intelligence. It requires knowledge. It requires critical thinking. It requires problem solving. We have one of the smartest communities, maybe in the world, in gaming because it's not a simple game. Easy to pick up, difficult to master.
Yeah,
You
it's probably
guys
gonna be
are getting new
leader.
stuff thrown at you each month with new champions, new kits, new effects and abilities and stuff. So you guys can figure this out. I believe you will do it. I'm very excited. Cool. Is that it? Is there?
No.
That was
I
it for
think
that one.
That's the months.
Well, cool.
So here's the thing about Black Tarantula.
No.
No, okay, no.
I will not allow. Well, no. It's. Go ahead. You have 12 seconds.
As a fan of some classic hero tropes like the Phantom and Zorro, the idea of a family legacy character is really cool to me. There's so much history involved with that, and I would love to write that as a writer.
12. Good. Crafter of words, Tyler. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Tyler.
Yes.
Thank you for coming to join us and sharing some of your knowledge and insight and giving people something to think about.
Thank you for having me here. I can feel stitches in my mouth.
Also, because of this perspective, Tyler, you are taller than me, but not this much taller.
I'm tall as a tree and wide as a barn, my friend.
I'm so sensitive about my size in this
To be
chair.
fair, I am a
Do you guys
giant.
do this on purpose? You give me a trick chair?
Hold on, I'm just gonna
I
really
didn't choose this
occupy
chair.
the space, dominate the
Tyler,
frame.
how tall are you?
6'4".
He's 3 inches taller than me. He looks like he's 1.5 feet taller than me. God.
Multiple times as you could change this chair.
Please, don't be mean,
Really? I have
guys.
so many chairs.
Don't be that mean.
I'll change it right now in the middle of this stream. Don't challenge me to do it. Anyhow, Tyler, thank you again. Summoners community, please show your thanks and appreciation and say goodbye to Tyler.
Goodbye to Tyler.
Thanks again, buddy. All right, we're going to move along
right, let's
here,
move
but
on.
before we do, let's take a second and remind you of a couple of things. Number one, if you are here for the giveaway, it will happen at the end of the stream.
Oh, by the way, if
probably
you are
about
enjoying
30
the watch
minutes
party, then
time,
please do hit that like button.
maybe
It's
20,
greatly
maybe 40.
appreciated.
We will give you all the information you need to
pretty
enter
please
that
just
giveaway
tappity tap,
at
tap,
that
tap.
time. All you need
I
for
love that.
now is to have a Twitch account. It does not need to be connected to your Kabam account. Just make sure that you're here on twitch.tv/Kabam. Shout out to you if you're watching literally anywhere else. Great to have you here if you're watching through restreams, translations, streams, anything like that. Thank you guys. But again, the giveaway will happen here on twitch.tv/Kabam. And this is also where we read your chat and get to interact with you guys, and I get to be very distracted by the funny things that you were saying in the middle of a segment.
Still in
while
the
Tyler's talking.
doghouse as far as I'm concerned.
We're going to bring on our next guest, another recurring guest for their third time? Fourth time? Please say hey to Kevin.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me back.
Great to have you. Kevin!
Oh, you did that.
You've got to do better.
Kabam.
You got the audio hooked up to that too?
I think so.
Okay.
The audio's not playing in the studio, so
yeah.
a couple of things have happened here. Firstly, everyone please say hey to Kevin. Secondly, I now have this little buttons device that allows me to control certain things in the stream. That's how I navigated the slideshow flawlessly, way better than a clicky mouse. And it also has this. Rob, can you go to my one real quick? That. So I have, this is just silliness. I just have too much, and Rob's in power enabling me. He's giving me too much power here, so I can say. Anyhow, let's throw things back over to Kevin. Welcome. Can you tell people who may not have seen you on previous streams exactly what you do here and what, if they're playing the game, they would have interacted with? That is your work.
Sure, yeah. So I'm a senior quest designer here at Kabam. I manage the encounter team underneath the quest team. And I have previously done Eternity of Pain and Necropolis. So most of our Everest high-level content.
Yeah, so let's break this down because
Okay.
it's something that
Hopefully
is kind of
he's got
filtered
something
into the
interesting
community
for us.
side of things, but realistically it's definitely an internal term that we use. This Everest content is the concept of like,
Is that in
it's going to
stream or
take you a
UKD?
long time and it's going to be a
Kevin thing?
difficult
It's
journey,
them,
but you're
not
going
me.
to try to conquer this and feel this feeling
This
of
is me.
standing on top of the
Kabam.
world.
Stop!
Aspirational
I don't know,
content.
just
I love
don't
it.
be a
So
dick.
we will call it, endgame
It's too
content,
late.
high difficulty content.
Look at me.
Everest content has started to kind of
I'm such a
circulate within
dick.
the community as well. So
Never too
you
late
are
to stop being a
responsible
dick.
for the most frustrating parts of our game. How does that make you feel?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody likes a challenge. That's, kind of how the most engaged people in a lot of games end up. And, it's fun to craft that balanced line of both fun and challenge without going too far on either side.
Yeah.
We mostly, try to hit that mark, and I feel we do hit that mark.
Yeah.
Get people into a flow state.
I
Yeah,
know,
so
right?
the
There
last thing that you
That's how
were
it
hands-on
feels.
with would have been Necropolis,
Yes.
right? And I personally loved the launch of Necropolis. Not so much as a summoner, because I'm not good enough yet. Still chasing Paragon, but then as I got close, everyone was like, no, now there's Valiant. And I was like, but I'll get there, don't you worry. So seeing the community come together, and then we had Path to the Crypt as well as another really integral piece of pulling everyone together and providing cooperation and strategy and things like that. How was it seeing Necropolis put out into the world and seeing people interact with it?
To be fair, Necropolis was one of the best event launches.
Did kind of miles better than I think most people imagined it would. I think it got a lot more people to play the content sooner than they would have. Even me personally, I played it, before the deadline, whereas I might not have otherwise. And just to see the theory crafting going on, of course, Aegon came up and he was big, but Aegon is the round, the square peg and round hole kind of approach. He'll get you through it, but it's probably going to cost you a bit more than if you, take some time to think about the different counters. I loved seeing Wong get all of a sudden brought up really big into the game as this awesome champion and option for it. Where he's not changed since he came out. It's just you're finding new avenues to use him.
Very cool.
So stuff like that's great.
Yeah, I saw a lot of conversation around Shuri as well.
Yep.
It's very cool. When you're designing this difficult content, are you designing it with a specific champion in mind that you want to see utilized, or is that kind of just put to the community to find the puzzle pieces?
Yeah, well,
Not
that's
all the
bullshit.
time, but
That's
some
what
of
it
the
is.
time. Definitely, there was paths in that content or Necropolis that were designed for Shuri, and we expected her to be good in. Other times you'll kind of just have a more subset of pool, like maybe a mechanic or something that you're targeting around. And sometimes you're just making something that's kind of a pure skill ask, and some champs will be better at it depending on who you're comfortable with, and some will be worse.
Yeah, we talk about it frequently, this kind of triangle of skill,
A-gun
time,
plus units, man, was the way
and
to go for
knowledge
sure.
in our game, right? So like you said,
Because
sometimes
I didn't
you're
need
looking
units, to be
more
honest. I
to
explored. I
roster.
had enough in stash
Time
and
is
some was
actually
going.
roster. Roster, skill, knowledge, crushed it. Right? So sometimes you're leaning more,
But
more to roster.
I did get
sometimes
my
you're more
mythic
to skill
title.
demand, which I think is a very, very cool thing to do.
From it.
So we're bringing you in today to talk about essentially the plan for endgame difficult content for the year.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, fam is a great
Mike's letting us know that the people want to know Kevin's skincare routine.
My skin. I mean, I don't actually think it's very good, to be honest. I mean, I like moisturize in dry seasons. I shower regularly.
That's an
every day.
important one, everyone. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but you should be doing that.
Con season is coming up. Showers and deodorant.
Yeah. Conventions, when you guys go, have a blast. Dio.
I think it's the forehead shine you can see from the lights, like right there. Does that
I mean,
make it look
you're
really
glowing.
nice?
Where's that fix? What's wrong with
I
the
wish
quick
I
now?
had a button to punch and zoom in on you now. We'll work on that for the next stream. Anyhow, sorry, we got distracted. Who knew that that would happen here?
I don't know, Ayush. I don't decide.
We're kind of changing up things this year. So Necropolis was kind of an all-at-once experience,
Yes.
but last year we also had the
Go on.
Eternity of Pain,
Yeah.
which was more spread out, more stretched. Are we doing something very, very similar? Are we doing another Eternity of Pain?
This is discussing basic body
so
count.
this
Yes,
year we
mom.
are doing something a little bit
Yes, sir.
similar to Eternity of Pain. I think if we did Necropolis-esque stuff every year, people would get super burned out. This is not to say we're going to necessarily alternate back and forth. There's obviously room for lots of new stuff, but the format this year is going to be more of a constant engagement stream of high-end content.
Cool. Now, if only we
Oh, yeah,
had
that
a
sounds
slideshow to
interesting.
talk about this. We do. I do want to bring in a comment for I am Eli Gray. Kevin is in diamond form. I really like that one. Shout out to you, Eli. All right, so we have Everest content plan. Again, Everest, kind of an internal term. It's kind of on the fringe here, but again, endgame, high difficulty content for the year.
EOP
Let's
was
dive
fun,
into a
anyway.
couple things. We'll go into an overview.
Gauntlet
we'll
is still the
chat,
best
let
one.
everybody know about exactly what's coming. We'll talk about a schedule, and then we'll talk about some of the rewards for the first stretch of this as well.
Yeah.
All right. So for Everest content in 2024, walk us through this here. So each season's going to last about 3 months with one fight every 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we're breaking stuff down like seasonally. So seasonal endgame content is the overall umbrella term. You know, you have winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Those are going to be...
Those are the seasons.
Those are the seasons. Those are our 4 seasons. So each season encapsulates 3 months. And every month you're going to have, well, not every month. The first 2 months, there's going to be one fight every 2 weeks. The third month, the final month of the season, is going to have a gauntlet, which is going to be one larger quest, which I think is like our next bullet point.
Looks
that
like
lasts for 4 weeks.
I don't know what order these bullet points are in, so let's just find out. There's an energy
Yes,
cost.
so one of the differences from EOP is that we do have an energy cost for this content. It's not like an overarching, like, big requirement. It's not going to limit you extremely, but, you know, people, these
The Phantom?
quests don't have any entry limits. You can enter them and run them as many times as you want.
Yeah.
We are being upfront and saying there is going to be an energy cost of 5 per node, which is 10.
5 per node?
Yes.
That's probably going to take up a lot of your energy.
I don't think so, but
10? How many nodes are there?
2.
Oh, so just 10.
So it's 10 per run.
10 per run.
Yes.
Hey, that seems real low. That sounds pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I'm seeing some
And then why
conversations
put it?
that there is a mic issue. Is this on me? Is this on Kevin?
I got mine.
We're gonna switch over.
Why do you then,
Kevin's
though?
mic issue. All right, cool. We have multiple. We're gonna adjust that while I fill in for Kevin because we talked about this yesterday. 5 energy per node. That is very, very small. But why is it there at all? Basically, there was a conversation, and this was one of 2 options that was brought forward. There needs to be something invested to receive something in the end, and this obviously
Bullshit.
is
Invest my
everywhere
time,
else
you
in the
dickhead.
game, so it makes sense to be here. It is a small cost. What was the other option that was explored?
We explored, well, we talked about entry limits, but we were mostly very much against that. We talked about entry items that you could earn, and like you'd have a certain number you'd get for free, and a certain number you'd like could buy, but in the end, like a lot of that is really not in the spirit of the content. I mean, a lot of the cool stuff is watching people do different run-throughs or challenge run-throughs, and I'd hate to lose that by limiting the entry stuff. So the kind of discussion to match like the modern state of the game was to have some sort of energy cost. Still, you know,
sort of.
as
It's
many
again.
times as you, I guess, have the energy for, but there's no other limiters on it.
That is a very real thing everywhere else in the game, so I don't think that it should be a deal breaker, but I'm not going to tell you guys how to feel. Okay, we'll come back to the question. It's a good question.
It's not obviously a deal breaker, it's just
So the
why.
final month is all 4 previous fights plus 2 new fights.
Yes.
And there's 2 paths.
Yeah.
So you're going to do 4 fights, wait, okay, hold on.
You want me to break it down?
Break it down.
Yeah, so also to clarify, the 1 fight every 2 weeks from before is just same as EOP, but for people who don't know, it is 1 champion against 1 boss. That is the full format, so you have a 1 champion team against 1 fight.
Okay.
The Gauntlet one, which we're talking about here,
Yeah.
is going to be the 4 previous fights you've done plus 2 new fights. There's going to be 2 paths. I don't want to say the full thing yet because we're still hammering down some of those details because that won't be coming till April.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say something and then it'd be wrong when it happens.
That is
But
a
you will
great
have to
instinct.
you will have to fight 6 champions in some format across 2 paths.
All right.
And 2 of those fights will be entirely new for that month.
Boom. And then the first 4 fights are going to have 2 Paragon objectives and 1 Valiant objective, right?
Yep.
This is a question that Mike brought in. Is this from the chat or you just
I
want to
mean,
see
like,
it
come
personally?
on, like, 10 energies, whatever,
Chat,
but
do
it's
you
just
have to be Valiant
why?
to run this content?
No, because there are Paragon objectives. So this is going to be open to Paragon and up players.
Cool. Which I think is great. And then Valiant is going to have more reward potential because of these additional objectives. So for each of the first 4 fights, 2 Paragon objectives, 1 Valiant objective.
Just like EOP
for
was
more
basically.
reward potential, like we said. Do we want to talk about some of the details around these objectives, like as an example, or do we want to let people see them for the first time next?
I can give examples of what we've done. I mean, they're very similar to kind of the Eternity of Pain objectives we've done before. So the idea of the objectives is that
The
you
energy
get
cost is
1
just
point
that's
towards
pretty
a
much how
solo
it
event
feels.
for
It
each
feels like
objective
something
complete.
completely
You also get a
pointless,
point
just so
for
Kabam
completing
can
the quest
go.
itself. Points build up on milestones, and as you hit certain milestones, you get rewards. Very simple. So the way the objectives work really is that we're taking, you know, a subset of the champion pool and asking you to do it with that. So, you know, the base fight might not be that bad. You might have a lot of options to defeat the base boss.
Yeah,
the objectives
basically
might, you know,
EOP
make you only able
2.0.
to use Avengers or gods or something like that.
Cool.
Which, you know, we've generally curated and crafted around to have some good choices and some not so good choices.
Yeah. So I saw it in chat as well. For me personally, as Thronebreaker, it might be a good time to push for Paragon, but if we're being honest, I won't be able to do this. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But
8.4 will not be out before
the
this starts, by the way.
Thronebreaker. And if you're needing a little extra motivation to push into Paragon to get into some of this content, it might be a good one for you. The finale will have 4 Paragon objectives and 2 additional Valiant objectives as well, which is worth noting. So we're giving you guys the information so you can make the choices. Do you want to be Paragon? Do you want to be Valiant? Do you want to push to get additional rewards? We'll talk about that in just a bit as well. I think we should dive into schedule.
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's take a look here. This is the Winter of Woe.
Yes.
Right?
So, yeah.
Good name. Did you come up with that?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Winter
our
of Woe.
Our first season starts next Wednesday.
Still in May.
And runs
Okay,
for the
fine.
next 3 months past that. So yeah, first season being winter. Obviously after that, we're going to have a bit of a gap from May 1st till 15th of May, I think, is when spring starts. And we're not going to have the full schedule past that. But after that, we're going to have, you know, fairly
how about
fairly
third
similar
updates for
cadence
all?
of
Winter
fight
of
goes
Blob.
live, lasts for 2 weeks,
no,
goes
that
away,
fits.
new fight starts, etc. until the 3rd month of that season, in which case it's just live for almost the entire month, 4 weeks.
Perfect. So this starts next Wednesday.
Yes.
That's very soon.
It's a very busy February.
That's
Okay,
a
next
busy
Wednesday we have
February,
a
you
boss
guys.
fight.
I
Yeah.
told you. I told you. I went to the people at the top and I said,
Ghost
hey,
Walker?
everyone's yelling at me on the forums about stuff, and I think it's because they don't have enough to do. Let's give them some stuff to do in February, and now look at you guys. So much stuff to do. I'm really excited for it. Again, this is another piece of content to bring the community
No, it's
together
regular rebuy.
and have everyone
Fuck you.
strategize together. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So again, February 7th, that first fight, then the 21st, then March
I know,
6th,
right?
and
But
20th.
that's a bit odd.
Someone, a real stickler, for details.
Yes, I saw.
In the chat, did you see it?
Yes.
Said March and April are not winter months.
Yeah.
Kevin.
It starts in winter, and that's. Look at I went over both
Did it?
windows.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rob, I did it when you told me I wasn't supposed to. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean,
No,
we'll
they
get
did
as
not.
close as we
Ghost
can
Walker. They
to
did not
the
address the
seasons.
Kabam
It's not
market.
going to line up perfectly. Obviously, if you're thinking about everything lasting for 3 months, this is going to go past 2024 and into 2025. It's just going to happen.
So
we could put out less
Oh.
content if they want. I mean, I can cut some of the quests and some of the rewards.
Hold on. You're telling me not only do the months not align with the seasons, but the year doesn't align with the year? How dare you? Sorry. Okay. This is the dumbest bit. I think it's played out. Okay, we're not going to do less content. It's a theme. We'll call it a loose theme. I think it's a great theme and good naming because not only do we have the winter of woe, we also have the spring of sorrow, the summer of suffering, and the autumn of agony.
Yep.
Pretty good.
What is this that
It's
we're
great
watching?
naming. Really good job.
How many names can I alliterate before I run out?
We love alliteration. We love alliteration. Tyler, how do you feel about this name? As an official professional writer, Spring of Sorrow, Summer of Suffering.
I'm not
Autumn of
playing the
Agony,
Kevin
Winter
clip,
of
okay?
Woe. Which one's your favorite?
I like Autumn.
Autumn.
I'm also off mic now, so.
That's fine. They can hear you a little bit,
hear
and
him,
that's
from the side.
enough. Okay, so that's what you guys have to look
Yeah,
forward
this stream
to
is
kind of
full of
throughout
negative
the
people. Like
year.
there is no time
The
you
year.
see anyone happy. What do you mean?
But
Like,
not the year. The year.
I'm not
Yeah.
unhappy. I'm just having
More
fun.
extra, because the year and then some.
But you know, if you
More
like
things.
Twitch shot
Okay,
better,
let's take a look
watch
at the rewards.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So this
Didn't
is
even
for
mean
the
about it.
Winter of Woe. Oh my God, those words are so small. Okay, so this is another change. So instead of completing all of the content and then waiting to get your rewards, we're doing something different. What are we
Yeah,
doing?
so previously a big pain point of this was
What's
you
up,
had to wait
Johnny?
until the entire
I mean, I'm gonna make a
cycle or
summary
season
video
ran
after
out
this.
until you got your rewards, because it was all paid out on the max milestone you reached. The rewards this year are just milestone as you reach them. So once you get to a point threshold, you get the rewards right away.
Yeah. So
Well, thank you
again,
very
we've
much,
got
Wes.
milestones on the furthest left here, and then the points required to claim them. Excuse me. You can see that down at milestone 7
Titan
there,
shots.
that is the Paragon Peak. So
Yeah,
milestone
hooray.
7 is going to be the maximum that you can accomplish
7-star,
with
6-star.
a Paragon
Cool.
title, and then the 8th and 9th milestones
Aaron
will
has
only be
entered
able
the
to be
chat.
accomplished with a
Yep.
Valiant title. And we checked yesterday, and we're pretty
Is that
sure this is the first time. Maybe
Animate?
you can
Oh, I
confirm
do.
for us. Is this the first time we've released 7-star Sig crystals of any kind?
I'll say yes, but don't hold me to that.
Everyone hold Kevin to it. And if it's wrong,
Yeah, this is the
tell
first
Kevin.
time we see
Don't.
7-star
It's
Sig
my job.
crystals.
You can come
Anyway.
and tell me. So that's very, very cool. Obviously, basically, as a Valiant, you have a shot at a full Titan crystal here that Paragons won't have. That's very cool. So this is just Winter of Woe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Cool. That's great.
It might
so
be
then
the same for the next season. It might get changes.
it might get a little change. It might be
Oh
the
yeah,
same.
that's also probably because we
Yeah,
don't
sword
ban
knight
anybody
Paragon,
who
as you can
says
see, can
something
reach the
mean to
Deathless
Kabam.
Space.
That is quite important.
That's one of our Deathless King Groots.
Yes.
The bad King Groot that looks scary and we want bad things to happen to.
Yeah, I know, and it's like,
so
why
that's cool.
why
That's,
it's
you guys can
always,
take a
whenever
little
these
screenshot of
like
that,
big rewards, there's kind of
and
like
spread that
one
around.
tier
That'll
6
be
CC
fun.
selected over.
And then let's take a look at a
Yeah, there are
bit
7-star
of a breakdown
6-stars.
here because I wanted to show you guys Paragon versus Valiant here, the differences and what you're able to acquire. I think this is all right here. So take a look and kind of make your own decision here. Do you guys want to push for Valiant for a little bit more? Or do you guys want to stay Paragon or push into Paragon as a high-end throne breaker? There's a lot of information here. Take your screenshots.
There's still
share
things
them
that
with
this
your
next
lines.
script
We
will for
see
a while
them. We
in,
like
so.
that. Make some
There you go.
informed decisions. I see 8.4 come through here a lot. We'll give you guys more information when we get closer to 8.4. We are on a pretty consistent
This is basically self,
rotation
isn't it? Yeah.
release schedule. So if you can identify the patterns of when our last content came out and the gap of time prior
Unfortunately,
to it,
this
you might
will
know when the
start
next
before
one
8.4.
comes out. Deductive reasoning. Anything you want to call out from this side?
No,
That is there for
it's a good
alpha.
breakdown of the comparative stuff. If you
Valiants
want
get
Paragon, I would definitely push for that.
85.5K
Again, this is only available
shots,
to
which is
Paragon
more than
and
tier
up
4
price.
Boom! That is the main thing to know.
No. This will
Someone did ask
start
for
before 8.4.
Ascension
not
materials.
finished.
We've got primordial dust in this. Boom. That's exciting as well. Now, an important thing, because we talked about it briefly, that first fight launches on Wednesday.
Yes.
Is it going to stay there until the Winter of Woe is done?
No.
What?
So each quest is replaced by the next
Criticize
one
the
that
streamer,
releases.
reply
So
was
it'll be live for
good
2
guy
weeks.
and we don't want
After
him
that,
seeing
its
negative.
objectives will be gone. So do it within those 2 weeks.
What?
It's 2 weeks. You got lots of time. It's one fight.
Get it done. Don't miss it. This is going to be like the Guillotine Deathless piece as well that was in the Battleground season. If you miss it, it is gone. So get in there and do it timely. You've got 2 weeks to get it done. One fight. That sounds
push
easy. Is it
for
going
Valiant?
to be easy?
At the moment, there's no way to push for
I
Valiant
don't
aside
think
from
it's insanely
Necropolis
hard.
exploration.
It's kind of, depends on your roster, depends on your skill level, etc.
Sure.
One thing we should note as well, for the maximum
can't
point
one-hit like a
level in
mutant?
Valiant,
Why?
there is one bonus.
They still
point.
have
There
those.
is wiggle room to miss one objective to get max in Valiant. I don't remember the full
Yeah,
map
that's 1.5,
on
Trevor.
Paragon and their availability, but there'll be that bonus point either which way for both progressions.
Yeah, no, it's good to note. We'll likely have some of this information available elsewhere.
There are
We do have all
currently
of the
2
February stuff.
Deathless King
Can you
groupies
pull it
available.
up?
One in mail
Already
for
did
logging
it.
in,
Mike
one
put all the
in
information for
Paragon.
February stuff live, so that's the side quest. That's the Lunar New Year celebrations. That's the, there's also a Valentine's Day login calendar, but it's something new. It's going to look cooler. Now it's called a supply drop. Ooh. All right, so go check out that information. That's the end of the slideshow.
No.
We did it. I went back. Very cool. Kevin, while I have you here, very important question. Who looks cooler, Dust or Ironheart?
I mean, Ironheart looks
I'm a sucker for like mech design, so I think Ironheart's suit is really cool.
When I was young and like went to an arcade and Marvel vs. Capcom was there, always like War Machine and Iron Man. I just like the big tech stuff. I was young and stupid, and now I'm smarter, and I know that Dust is the right answer.
Oh, wow, you set me up for that one.
Woo! All right, do we want to play a game, or do you guys want to just do a giveaway and wrap it up? What do you guys feel like doing? You want to do a giveaway? Let's call it. Does Kevin want to play a game? Kevin, you want to play a game?
Up to you guys. I'm not making
He seems stressed. He seems stressed.
Yeah, please not.
Let's just
Well,
do the
it's
giveaway.
kind of hard.
Kevin, if you say yes.
You're right. But then I'll be like the villain.
You could be. Also, we've done a rule in the past that it's do or die, so if you don't win the game, giveaway is canceled.
That's like an incredible amount of pressure. Didn't I like lose the last one during the 9 days?
What if we just ask them?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do a giveaway? Or do you
No,
want to
8.4 in
put
February,
all
no.
of the potential of
They actually
that
mentioned
giveaway
very
on Kevin's
little to
shoulders
it.
to do a game?
You want cookies or a chore?
Do you guys want a
have to
guaranteed
imagine it's a
giveaway?
giveaway.
Or do you want to roll the dice
Wow, that's such a
on
surprising
maybe
divide.
not having one? Gamble, gamble, gamble. All right, let's do a giveaway. All right, again, a reminder, we are giving away 1 7-star Ironheart, 1 7-star
I'll make a summary
Dust.
video, Larry.
We're giving away 2 6 stars of both. If this is your first giveaway, you are going to want to be here on twitch.tv/Kabam.
Anyway,
Make an account
so
very
we're not going to be watching the
Before we dive
giveaway.
in-
It does seem like they are wrapping up.
Excuse me.
Thank God for that,
We
which
are
means I
going
can
to
go
through-
and
we're
make
going to
my
draw winners
summary
in the
stream. So
following
huge
order.
thank you to
1
Callum.
7-star
If you
Ironheart,
did miss the start and
2
do not want
6-star
to watch
Ironhearts.
the lot of this,
No.
I will make a hopefully
Rob,
fairly
confirm?
comprehensive summary of it in just a moment.
yeah. So
If you
1
do
7-star
wish to
first
enter
name
Kabam's
drawn
giveaway,
wins a
I will
7-star
provide you
Ironheart.
with a
Second
link.
name
Should you
drawn
happen
wins
have
a
Twitch
7-star
account, you
Dust.
can do
Then
so.
2 Ironhearts,
Here
and
you
then 2
go.
Dusts
Here
as
is
6 stars,
your link
and
to
that's
the
it.
Twitch stream in
We are
case
going
you
to
need
give
to find
you
it.
the information to
And,
enter, and one final reminder,
there you
if
go.
you have an inappropriate screen name,
If
we're
you
not
want to
gonna
enter,
read it and you
best
don't
of luck to
win.
everybody.
Now,
Again, huge
don't
thank you
freak
to
out, 'cause I see
Callum
this
for
happen
supporting
every
the
time.
stream. It
Someone's
is
like, "My name
absolutely
has
appreciated
Doo-Doo in
and
it," and I'm like,
as
"That's
needy
fine."
as ever,
If
pretty
you
much.
had to work really
But
hard,
that is it for now.
if you had to work really hard
and
to get through
yeah,
Twitch's like
there are
auto
some good
censor,
videos coming, so do
then
not miss them on my
you don't
channel.
win. But like,
Bye-bye.
you guys are fine.
Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the